YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video today. We are here in the final game of the season. And we have a home game against San Diego State. 11-0, ranked number 6. Got a couple recruits that we win this game. More than likely we get more commits. And we're continuing to build this program here at Ball State as we try to climb to the top conferences in college football. It's been a pretty solid year. We've been handling teams in the Mountain West. Every year we talk about maybe this being the year that we kind of get tripped up a little bit, but we're just not really seeing it. You know, we haven't really had many tight games, like 0, actually. So hopefully that continues against San Diego State. We get to hop in here on offense, 3rd and 3. Here early in the first quarter of this game, we're going to hand it off to Byard, and he's going to be a little short. They want us to kick a field goal here. There's no chance. There's no chance. We'll hand it back right off to Byard. He's going to pick up 5, and we pick up the first down. We get into field goal range the red zone, the very next play. Byard has been busy here when I've been on the field, and he's going to really not get anywhere there. He feels pretty jumpy off the ball, which is a good thing. Typically you hear jumpy and it's a bad thing, but we're going to roll out, carry on, comes across the field, we get hit, touchdown there, and he is going to gritty in the end zone, 7-0. Defense needs a stop. So we're going to hop in and try to help him do that. And we are going to come up, make the tackle. Got scary after that spin move, not going to lie. 3rd down here yet again on offense. It is still 7-0. So San Diego State's defense is kind of coming ready to play here. Read option with Bryce Baker. Oh, he is just too shifty, and he finds his way into the end zone. A couple little stick wiggles, and we find our way through the defense for the touchdown. And he has been really good. We're not kicking this field goal. He has been really good. He's been in the Heisman conversation. I think what's really going to hold him back is turnovers, even though he hasn't really turned the ball over a whole lot this year. But just within the grand scheme of things, with the numbers that some of the computer quarterbacks put up, like throwing 2 picks all year and things like that, it gets kind of tough. But we'll see when the season ends what we can end up doing. As we hit Byard on the Texas route, he's going to pick up the first down, and we're going to get down to the 2-yard line. Bryce Baker just under 100 yards here pretty early in the second quarter. Byard is going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals, and the route might be on. It is 21-0. Defense is doing a really good job of keeping them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard just in general. They have been down in our deep area a couple times, so I don't know if they're just being ultra aggressive or what the deal is with them not putting any points on the board, but whatever it is, I don't mind at all. So we're going to use Bryce's ability to get out of the pocket again. We're going to find Adomitis, he is going to fight his way into the end zone, and that is yet another touchdown here for Ball State. So offense really struggled after that first possession, but they have been struggling no more. Just an absolute show being put on here. I was hoping that Carry On would just continue running, but he ended up pulling up for some reason. But Bryce Baker picks up like a yard or something like that, maybe 2. RPO look. Gonna fire it into Adomitis. He's gonna make the back shoulder catch and get in the end zone, and for yet another touchdown. We are here in the third quarter now, 35-0. Yeah, it's a bloodbath. Who was that? Was that Drugsma? How did he not get across the zone, the line? Oh well. Anyway, we're gonna go to Bayard. We're gonna try to punch this one in as well. Bayard's speed and power I gave up because I thought he was tackled, and Drugsma is hurt. Maybe that's why he struggled to get across the formation there. On the read option, like lead play that we just ran a couple plays ago. We're just gonna step up. There was nothing doing there, so we're gonna go ahead and step up, take the points, make it 38-0 with 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. So offense has been cruising. They finally get into the end zone. They get in the end zone again. They've been super successful on fourth down. We're going to hop in. We're going to like try to stop this nonsense. They picked up like 5 fourth downs in the last 3 possessions. And they're going to... I thought they caught it. Offense needs to be able to end this game. Like, why are we struggling so much? Thank you. Good Lord. So we stall at 38. They do score 13 unanswered to make it 38-13, but this game was dominated by Ball State, as it should have been. Another 70% completion percentage or higher. Only 209 yards, though, 3 touchdowns. Rushing-wise, Bayard to 30 for 113, 113 a touchdown. Bryce Baker 13 for 97 and a touchdown as well. We did not spread it around much. The 20 catches, 7 to Adomitis, but he only had 73 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns. Acho had 4 catches for 52, 4 catches for Bayard, 3 for Carry On. He also got in the end zone, and then 2 by Drugsma. Defensively, Stroud led the team with 9, 6 for Vaughn and Delgado, 5 for Brown and Starr. We had 5 players with 1 tackle for loss. We had Manu, Bishop, and Cogshow with a sack, and then Donahue and Starr shared a sack, and Stroud had an interception. So defense played really well. They let them march a little bit, but was able to keep them out of the end zone until late the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So 12-0, 9-0 in the Mountain West. No game really close in conference, and yeah, we should be marching into the conference title game and then into the college football playoff. Conference championship week. Here's the look at what we got for the slate. So, biggest reason why I'm showing you this is these are the teams that are going to be moving up. They're going to get promoted, right? So Big Ten 1 versus 4, Michigan, UCLA. Michigan absolutely dismantled Ohio State, by the way, last week. Like 52-13 or something crazy. So Michigan might be a problem. Georgia is back. They are going to be back in the Big Ten after going 0-8 last year. But these are all the teams that are getting promoted 2-3 from the ACC. So the ACC is kind of becoming a little bit stronger than the SEC, which I find is interesting, at least in the top side, right? The SEC has the depth. SEC definitely has the depth. You have the ACC, both of these teams are undefeated, right? You don't have that here in the SEC. As you can see, we take on North Texas. If you remember, this was game number 4, I believe, and 52-7. So we are looking to not really have a problem with North Texas. They lost 3 games in the conference. So if you look at our conference standings, there is 3 teams at 6-3, and that was the best, right? So, yikes. So, oh my lord, look at 4 teams at 4-8 overall. So not only did they not win in our conference very much, but outside of the conference, they were not very good. So, you can see why we are dominating through the conference. Super early here in the first quarter, and we're already in the red zone looking to punch in a touchdown. Now, it is a brisk night here in Indiana, 28 degrees. But players are out with no sleeves. We can't see any breath. We can't see anything. We got the lead read option, and read wrong. For sure. Read it wrong for sure. The lead one, that time we read it right, but that guy made a play. So we marched, and the defense is saying no more. They're making a pretty good stand here. They're trying to write the game that we absolutely destroyed them in week 4 of the season. And they sack us, getting us to the point where we got to kick a decently long field goal, and we're going to miss it. What a terrible start. I don't know how we missed that to the right. There's 17-mile-an-hour winds going back to the left, but apparently it doesn't affect anything. They have a huge run play to get all the way down to our red zone, and defense needs a little help here. So we're going to hop in, 3rd down, just outside the 10-yard line. They're going to try to throw to that tight end, yep. And actually the receiver goes up and tries to get it. We knock it away. They're going to get 3 points. We're back in the red zone. So we're not going to run 3 read options this time. Acho doesn't get pressed. We're going to throw that long dig route. That's a really good ball by Bryce Baker. Really good ball by Bryce Baker. All right, coming in here, read option. We are just not blocking well right now. Running the ball. Just not blocking well. It's unbelievable. Seeing no success, which is odd because we've seen success running the ball down in these areas all year long, including putting 52 points on this team when we played them the first time. There's the touchdown. Adamitis finds his way in there. And the short little touchdown catch. Looked like we got a turnover. We're going to send Carry-On across the field. We're going to look at our corner route. It should be wide open. And that is a ball and a half. That is a touchdown. Who is number 11? Addison is back. Let's go. All right. All right. That Addison is our freshman, redshirt freshman. I'm pretty sure. Is it? Pretty sure it's our redshirt freshman with like 93 speed. As we pick up the first down again, we throw another one to get down into the red zone. So we're starting to click here a little bit. What's really going to show that is if we handle our blocks here in the run game, and there it is. Touchdown, Ball State, 21-3. And we are pouring it on now. This is what we expected coming in. Okay, 20-3 because we missed the extra point. Kicker is struggling. We have one of the best kickers in the nation, and he is struggling today. We get it out to Adomitis. He's not going to win the race to the end zone, but he does get inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line, and that's where we're going to take over. Their quarterback has 31 yards. 31 yards passing. I almost said receiving. As we're going to get it to Byard, he is going to dive into the end zone on the screen play, and it is 27-3. They had that one big run that aided a touchdown. Okay, and as I started talking, they just rattled off 14 straight points. So 30-17 here in the conference title game. Still really not, close by any means. I mean, it is 13 points, I guess. It's not even two full touchdowns. And Drugsma blocks the wrong guy. He literally blocked the Reed guy. Carry on, gonna make the catch. We're gonna get down to the 2. And 3:38 for Bryce Baker so far. He's gonna hand it off to TT Wynn, and he is going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Ball State. Defense needs to show up here, man. Holy, we're giving up a lot of points. I guess 20 is not that much, but for us against these guys, it seems like a lot. Now, I think we're playing on a Friday, right? So no other games are being played, as TT Wynn does find a way to get to the first down marker. We get back into the red zone. 2nd and 2, just over 10.5 left to go. TT Wynn going to find the end zone yet again. Byard hasn't been on the field for a while. Hopefully we see him going into the college football playoff, because he's way more explosive than TT Wynn is. Otherwise, we might have to look at putting our 3rd string in, because he is even more explosive than TT Wynn. So we throw a little screen pass to TT Wynn. He's going to pick up 7 yards. He's going to run out of bounds, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. And I read the wrong thing again, but Bryce Baker's speed is going to make up for that. So that's nice. 13-22. Oof, he's struggling on the ground today. It seemed like they were trying to take his legs out of the game, which opens it up for TT Wynn and Byard. So we're going to let this one kind of run its course here, as we already have 50 points up on the board. So they competed 27 points for them, just not enough. A 23 point victory for Ball State here in the conference championship. Bryce Baker, 32 of 42, 392 and 3 touchdowns. Rushing 16 for 45 for Wynn, 3 touchdowns. 15 for 116 and 1 touchdown for Byard. And then 13 for 22 for Baker. So a lot of rushes going around. Good Lord. Adomitis, 9 for 89 and a touchdown. Acho, 8 for 104. 6 for 76 for Carry On. Marcus Addison, 4 for 86 and a touchdown. Byard, 3 for 21. 1 catch for Wynn and Drugsma as well. Defensively, we got 9 tackles from Donovan Starr to lead the team. Vaughn had 7. Delgado with 6, Cogshaw with 5, and Benedict also with 5. Manu had 3 tackles for loss. Donovan Starr had 2 tackles for loss. 1 sack by Donahue, 2 picks by the defense, 1 by Benedict, and 1 by Brown. Awards quick. Walter Camp Award to Bryce Baker, 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns. We got the Sean Alexander Award. All right, look at that. What is that? Freshman Player of the Year for James Byard. That's fun. Never seen that one before. Bryce Baker also wins the Maxwell. Does that mean the Heisman is coming next? And there it is. Bryce Baker, the Heisman Trophy winner for Ball State. That's number 2. We had Andres Williams win it as well. So, second position to win it as well. And Byard might have been up there in the rankings as well. Johnny Unitas also for Bryce Baker. Cole Cogshell, Defensive End of the Year as well. So we are rolling in here. The Davey O'Brien Award for Bryce Baker. 74% completion percentage is insane. Doak Walker for Byard as well. So we are just, we're not done. All right, Lombardi Trophy for Cogshell. And finally, we're done. We get dropped down to 7, though. And we play Iowa in the first round. So we get another home playoff game. Just curious, right? Just curious, right? What job offers we got? Head coach at Duke. Duke was 3-9 last year. Yikes. Head coach at Oklahoma. They're 4-8. We're not really up there in like the top for Tulsa. That's no thanks. We are up here for USC, but obviously not gonna jump ship. That's not how this one works. So as long as our staff stays, I'm going to keep him. We have a strategist. He has some really nice things. The only thing is their pipelines aren't very good, right? But quite frankly, it hasn't hindered us too much in recruiting, especially the 4-stars at this point. So we'll go ahead and keep them. And yeah, we're just going to hop right into this college football playoff. Yeah, sounds like a great idea. So we're going to hop into this. We're 13-0, 9-0. Iowa's going to make the short trip to Indiana, actually. So not too far of a trip for Iowa. They're 7-1. And so they're going to be pretty tough. Slightly warmer night here in Indiana. And it is an absolute defensive struggle right now. TT Wynn just doesn't have that explosiveness. It just doesn't have it. We might have to look elsewhere. He has been pretty good. I mean, he has been pretty good for us in a backup role this year, but as a starter, we need to have a little bit of explosiveness when we get the ball. A little bit of acceleration boost. So we might need to look elsewhere for that. Carry on wins on his route. That's going to be the first points of the game. 7-0 Ball State over Iowa. As we mentioned, it's going to be a pretty tough game here. Iowa always brings the defense, and so we'll see what their offense can do, as they're going to go for it on 4th down, and they're going to get it, man. And they're going to end up settling for a field goal there. They went for it on 4th again. And they're going to go ahead and take the lead. 7-10 here. We are down in the red zone. We're going to use Bryce Baker's legs here. Okay, maybe not. Wow, those two were quick. All right. We are not in the Mountain West anymore. We are not in the Mountain West anymore. We're going to use Bryce Baker's legs there. Did we get in the end zone? Nope. Oh, 2-minute timeout. I was like, what is that? So here's Segal. And this is the guy that we're going to look at maybe replacing TT Wynn with. So we're going to give him a little bit of a run here as we're down in the red zone. He's going to just stop on a dime and get up the field, and he's going to find the end zone. So Didn't really get a chance to look at his explosiveness, right? But that little movement right there felt way better than TT Win did. So it might be something that we continue to look at. Maybe it's something that we just leave for right now. That man has 30 carries already, and it is just the start of the second half. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. This is kind of becoming a Achilles heel for Chief Tummy Tuck. We haven't been able to win the big games yet. So can we finally get that monkey off our back and win a bowl game? And more so than that, a college football playoff game. We've been here for the last 3 years, I think. And we haven't had really any success as Droogsma absolutely goes up and gets one. We're in the red zone now. And we'll see what we can continue to do here. We're going to hope that we can run away. But Bryce Baker is going to use his legs instead. He's going to get pushed out at about the 3-yard line. Relying on his legs a lot here, obviously. As TT Win gets swallowed up in the middle of that daunted Iowa defense. Iowa running back has 39 carries. It's absolutely wild to me. Bryce Baker is going to get stood up at the 1-yard line. Good Lord, we cannot get anything going down here in the red zone. TT Win's going to get stuffed as well. What is happening? Come on, O-line. Let's go. You are the strength of this offense. Good Lord, we finally get in on 4th down. Iowa goes down and scores. And we are watching the game just disappear. 2:48 left. We only have 2 of our 3 timeouts. We're down 3. They're just going to throw a little dump off route. They're going to go no huddle, and then they're probably going to just make us sit here and wait because they're up and they're going to want to use some clock. It's 2nd and 5. Yeah, here we go. We just sit here for 25 seconds. I hate this. This is so just ridiculous. So ridiculous. We are sending a lot of pressure here, so we need to be able to guard. This is a huge play, by the way. And they're going to pick up the 1st down. He does go out before the 2-minute timeout, so we do get another play which is going to give us a free timeout. He did run out of bounds, which stopped the clock, so they're going to go to their running back for the 60th time today. We're going to come up and make the tackle. That is the 2-minute timeout. We're going to get him in the backfield. Use one of our timeouts. Now it is 3rd down. He has 42 carries. This man is leaving it all on the field. And they have to throw it away. We have 1 timeout. They're going to go ahead and kick the field goal. We're not even... I want nothing to do with a roughing the kicker. So we're just going to not even try to block it. We're going to go down 6. And we are going to take the ball here. And see if we can manufacture a drive here. Acho has a step. Can we lay it out there for him? We do, and he drops it. Oh, that was a beautiful ball by Bryce Baker. Now, not really what we want to do, right? We want to kind of run some of this clock down, but also if we just need to score, right? If we're going to score quickly, then we're going to score quickly. We don't have any timeouts, so we don't have the luxury of being able to go ahead and punt, right, and try to get the ball back. So we need to look to just score and rely on our defense, which we haven't been able to really do today. Gotta get out of it. Brought a blitz. Looked like kind of a delayed blitz because it didn't get there very quickly, but it's going to force us to throw it away and make it a 2nd and 10. I'm going to throw it back across our body to TT Win. He's not going to be able to make a guy miss. He needed to make one guy miss. Just one guy. Read option with Bryce Baker. We're going to pick up the first down. 49 seconds and counting here. As the ball is set. We do need to get in the end zone. We're going to go. What was that? Okay, well, we just used our final timeout because we have an injury. That's insane. We're going to hit Acho. Again, don't have any timeouts left. Gotta go. All right, that's fine. The safety sprinted up. We did have the corner out, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we had the corner out because of how the safety reacted, but we're going to hit Acho again on the little slant route. Bryce has not been playing well today. But it's all going to go away if we are able to score this touchdown. 15 seconds left. We got to try to let one of our 50-50 guys go get one here. Can we sneak it in? We can't. Acho gets absolutely crushed. All right, maybe we look at carry on here. All right, here it is, 4th and 10. 4 seconds left. And that is game. Yet another absolute heartbreak in the college football playoff. We just can't find ways to win this game. Bryce Baker had arguably his worst game of the year. 201 on 53% completion percentage and 1 touchdown. TT Witt, we just had zero explosiveness here by our running backs. Just, I mean, nothing at all. I should have made the switch, man. Nothing explosive here either. I mean, just an overall horrible game. I mean, Cogshaw had 16 tackles. Good Lord. Left it all on the field for that senior. 10 tackles for Vaughn. Benedict had 9. Manu with 8. 7 for Delgado and Brown. 3 tackles for loss. 2 tackles for loss for Donahue. 2 for Garrison as well. 1 sack for Garrison. Half for Donahue and Cogshaw. Just a horrible way to end this great run of a year, and just very disappointing. We can't find ways to win these big games. On the bright side of things, Cole Cogshaw broke the national sacks record. He has 46 in his career, so that's insane. David Bailey must have only played like 1 year, huh? You are looking at the new staff here at Ball State. Both coordinators left. Both of them. I'm not sure where they went. We'll look at that in a second. We do get Butch Jones, who is a master motivator. We're firing Catula. I thought we had one more week, but we're going to fire him after next year because he doesn't give us really anything. So there's a couple like master tacticians, which we were going to go for, but I was really looking for a recruiter, just an elite recruiter to continue pushing the fact that we can really push for some of these guys, have extra hours, those different types of things. But we will go ahead and we will look at, okay, why is it like this? Where these guys went. So both of them took head coaching positions. One at Indiana, which good for him, Jeff Knowles. He's an elite recruiter. And then we had Joe Moorhead, who was a strategist, our OC. Oh, he took an OC job, brother. Dang, I thought he was going to be a head coach. He said, you know what, I'm done with Ball State. That's kind of crazy. Didn't we just extend him too? Anyway, so that's where those two went. So that is the news of our staff. National Championship Week. We'll go ahead and sim that. See who ends up winning it all. Coach Rashis goes down because we can't win big games, man. Oh, my God. Oklahoma State wins the college football playoff. All right. All right. Alabama beat number 5. They didn't just beat them. They destroyed them wholly. But UTSA. All right. They got into the semis. Good for them. It was 1-2, though. 1-2 did make it. Iowa lost a close one to UCLA. UCLA snuck by 6 points, then by 3 points, and then lost by 7. So a lot of close games. Troy got absolutely murdered, 45-7. Holy, nothing like we saw last year, like 70-3 or whatever it was. That's a nice change of pace, though. Those two normally don't really do very well, so it's good to see a little bit of changes happening. Really quickly, before we head out for the episode, we are going to look at what we got for relegation. We looked at the conference title games, right? But we didn't look at the bottom. Minnesota finally hits the relegation point. I mean, this is season, 5? And they've stayed in the ACC, I'm pretty sure. And they might have gotten promoted, actually, to the ACC to start. I don't think they got promoted. I lied. They started in the ACC. But they finally end up dropping from the ACC. Washington State and Liberty are going to go down. Iowa State and SMU are going to end up going down. Iowa State is an 81 overall. Really struggled that bad in here. Yikes. And then at the bottom of this one, we have USC and Oklahoma. They're both getting demoted from the Big Ten. Conference USA, we have Charlotte and then a host of these teams. I would guess that at least 3 of them go down to the independent. And I think that's about all that will. I'll look deeper into that as we get there. The MAC, 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. How about at the bottom? Texas State is going to get demoted. And then either Jacksonville State or Louisiana Tech. Then for us, our conference, we got Memphis and Utah going down, but that's not really going to matter to us much because we are going up with North Texas. Northwestern Purdue is dropping there from the Sun Belt. And for the SEC, or sorry, not the Sun Belt, the Pac-12. The SEC, Duke almost drops all the way down there, which is shocking. They typically do really well in sim. They're in the SEC, though, so they're in the second toughest conference. So West Virginia and Indiana. Indiana goes 0-8 in the conference, 1-11. And then the Sun Belt, Air Force and Georgia Southern will be relegated. So pretty straightforward year. The only ones are going to be the Independent Conference USA, and then there was one more, maybe the MAC or something, that we have. So a really successful year stat-wise, I would say. But, man, what a disappointing loss. Before we hop off for the episode, we're going to finish the year here by looking at stats. 38 of 529 for 72% completion percentage. Played all snaps, which is impressive for how much we ran him, for sure. 4,700, just over 4,700 yards, 46 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So I thought he threw a little bit more than that, and only 5 interceptions is absolutely insane. We missed Byard a lot in that college football playoff game, and I mean a lot. Bryce Baker also added 704 yards. He had 16 touchdowns. Byard had 20 touchdowns with just over 1,400 yards. And again, he didn't play in that college football playoff, which hurt a lot. Adomitis stepped up in the slot. So the senior went for just over 1,100 yards and 14 TDs. Acho also went for just over 1,100 yards. He had 6 TDs. Carry-on, not quite 1,000 yards, but he did get in the end zone 9 times. Drugsma, 746 and 6 touchdowns from the tight end position. He is only a sophomore, so we have a lot of developing to do for him. But Carry-on, gone. Acho, we might get him for one more year, and then, of course, Adomitis is gone. But we do have Marcus Addison. He was hurt all year. He had three games played. So the career of Elijah Durham is over. He didn't really do a whole lot for us. He had a couple big touchdowns, but that was about it. Defensively, we had Trey Benedict, the senior linebacker. He led the team with 88 tackles. Cole Cogshell now holds the record for career sacks, as he was second in team in tackles with 84. He had 28 tackles for loss. That's insane. Donovan Starr, the senior corner, didn't really impact as much the last 2 years with interceptions, but he was a really good tackler from the slot. Major Vaughn had 73 tackles and Colin with 70. Tackles for loss, 28 for Cogshell, 19 for Donahue. Garrison had 13. Manu had 11. I'm really looking for Manu and Garrison really to have much better years next year. They were dominant last year in their freshman year, but 12.5 for Cogshell, 11 for Donahue. Interceptions, 4 for Stroud and Brown. Benedict and Vaughn with 3, and then a whole host with 1. Well, actually 4. So, again, stat-wise, we were okay. The awards this year was insane. We had the Heisman. We had the Edge Rusher of the Year, the Walter Kemp. Davey O'Brien, we had the Johnny Unitas, we had Doak Walker, we had the Lombardi, we had the Maxwell, we won the Mountain West. So, a lot of awards, right? But, just nothing to show for anything. We didn't play any of our rivals. We just don't. It's kind of a waste of a game on the schedule at this point, to be quite honest with you. So that is where the episode is going to end. Again, very disappointing way to end the season. another home playoff loss, and it's really starting to become one of those. It's definitely becoming one of those stories. We just cannot. We cannot win that big game. We just can't do it. It's kind of wild. We're having a lot of success outside of that first year we were here, right? Even getting to a bowl game there was successful, but as you can see, we've been to 5 bowl games and we've won 0 bowl games. So something's got to change. Our job's safe, right? Our goal is to win 7 games, which we're almost doubling every year. But we just got to find a way to win that big game. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. It means so much to me, and it helps the channel a great deal if you do so. What else helps is a little comment. What do you think is going to get us over the top? We were a 94 overall team this year. We have a pretty good class. We have some really good young players. But what's going to get us over the top here? What's going to get us over the top? Is it the tactician? Are we missing the master tactician in our coaching staff? What do you think it is? Go ahead and put that in the comments. It's greatly appreciated. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.